Hey, Ken Silvestri, Broadway Limited Imports. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. But now is the time to get serious about our model railroading. And for that today, we're going to show you the Paragon 4 Rolling Thunder Added Onboard Capacitance USRA 2A2 Mikado in N scale. For the war effort, the USRA mandated locomotive design. So a railroad requiring certain specifications had to build a certain locomotive. And in July of 1918, the first Mikado was put into service by the B&O Railroad. And here it is. In July of 1918, the B&O 4500, which you see here, was the first Mikado delivered. The BLI Mikado features Paragon 4 with Rolling Thunder and onboard capacitance, integral dual mode decoder with back EMF for superb slow speed operation in DC and DCC, precision drive mechanism engineered for heavy towing and smooth slow operation, die-cast body with die-cast chassis for maximum tractive effort. It ain't plastic. Superb painting, many separate applied details, prototypical headlight, prototypical accurate sounds for the USRA 2A2s, will operate on code 55, code 70, and code 80 rail, minimum operating radius 9.75 inches. Between 1918 and 1944, the railroads built over 2,000 original and copies of the Mikado. The Mikados were a landmark locomotive, and almost every railroad had them. And here's the railroads we're offering in this run. The light Mikados, B&O, C&O, DRGW, PRR, Southern, T&P, UP, and unlettered. And the heavies are the Santa Fe, CB&Q, Great Northern, New Haven, Northern Pacific, Southern Pacific, and unlettered. And there's two cab numbers for each road name. About 20 years ago when Broadway started, we were primarily HO, and HO steam. And as the years went on, we decided we wanted to get more into N scale, and we were told that N scalers don't want steam, they only want the diesels. Well, we thought about it, and we think that N scalers haven't been given a lot of good steam options. So not only are the Mikados coming out, but let's show you some of the things we're working on. Okay, here's the big boy, and you guys know about that. And these are 3D printed models, and it's the step between drawing and tooling. Now, both of these models are in tooling, but here's a sample of the big boy in N scale. And sitting right behind the big boy is a locomotive you probably don't know about. And that's Norfolk and Western Y6B. Now, we've not announced the Y6B. You can't order it yet, but maybe you know it's coming. Okay, here's Engineer Bob to show you a very cool and fun feature of Paragon 4.
So the whistles in the Broadway Limited locomotive have quite a few variations that you can get from your handheld controller. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is just your basic whistle. When you blow the whistle, there are 3 different ways you can trigger it with the whistle button. One is just a short blast. Just got a short tail. You can use it for signaling. You can use it for a lot of things. If you hold the whistle down for a longer period of time, like more than a second, it'll play like a longer ending, like with some echo and reverb in it. And then there's a third way, and that is you hold the whistle down for more than a second, you release it and then immediately hit it. And it'll continue to play, but when you release it, it'll play what we call an alternate ending. It's just a little bit of a different sound, gives you some variation in the whistle. So you play. Okay, so in addition to that, the whistles are quillable. And this is a feature that's always been in the NMRA standards, but there are only 2 controllers that I know of that actually will let you trigger it. With the NCE power cab, when you hold the whistle down, once the whistle is playing, you turn the throttle. It won't adjust the speed, but it will alter the sound of the whistle. You bring it down, it'll be lower pitched. You roll it up, it'll be higher pitched. Which gives a real nice effect. On the Digitrax controller, the whistle button is pressure sensitive. When you press it down about halfway, the whistle will come on, and then you can press it further. And the harder you press it, the higher pitched the whistle will become. And you can see that as it does that, there's a little bar graph here. So again, you start playing the whistle and then use the throttle. And that simulates some of the playability that engineers use to get the whistle to make particular sounds. Kind of interesting, there's a CSX line that runs near my house, and at Christmas time the engineer is able to play Jingle Bells with his diesel horn, which I think is kind of amusing, but I kind of like it. Some other things you can do with the whistles on the BLI models is, if you hit function key 22, it switches momentarily to an alternate sounding whistle. And then you hit function 22 again, and it just goes back to the whistle it was before. So it's just a little bit different sounding whistle. On locomotives that are equipped, for example, with an air horn, it sounds completely different from the steam whistle. They'll have 2 on some of the locomotives. You can toggle between those 2 using that function. In addition to that, there are 3 complete whistles. You get to them by changing CV number 224. 0 is the default number. You can change it to 1 or 2 and get completely different sounding whistles. You can change it to 3 and get an unedited whistle. It doesn't do a lot of the quilling, but it just plays a long straight whistle. You can also get to that whistle by just hitting function key number 25, and I'll play that. A few more whistle functions. By hitting function key 13, you can get a grade crossing. And if you set CV number 227 to a value of 14, it turns on the forward and reverse warning signals, and that is before it starts moving, if you start to go forward, it'll play 2 warning toots to let people in the yard know that the locomotive's about to move. If you're in reverse, it'll play 3, and when you stop, it'll play a single toot. And then you stop, plays a single. So demonstration of what you can do with the Broadway Limited whistles. There's quite a bit of variability. Several different whistles. Get one that you like the sound of. Enjoy.
I know. Well, welcome to our outside layout, and well, it hasn't progressed since the last time you saw it. But I did have knee surgery, and the holidays came, and I have probably at least 20 more excuses. So you didn't come here to see the layout, you came to see the Mikado. I hope you like the Mikado. We're very, very proud of it. Thank you again, and until next time, happy railroading.